Hello guys, welcome back to Cambridge Universal Information. And I hope you guys have a good day. Today we're going to talk about how this is not going to be the whole subject, but we're going to talk about how Nike was what they're doing with the NFTs, right? You see the monkey NFTs. Now they have the modified monkeys, mutant monkeys. Yeah, that's what they're called for the NFTs. You see, that's going worldwide. And you can get royalties off of that, right? We're just gonna dive straight into it. So you can get royalties off of, like, if you create an NFT, you can get a royalty with this blockchain technology. So you can see exactly who bought it, or how many people have bought it, and what the price has gone for. So every single, if you put, I don't know exactly this, but if it's some type of royalties, if you put it on your block, on your NFT, every single time that the NFT sells, you're getting money from that if you are the creator. Now listen, you have to be the creator. Now what Nike is doing is, with every single shoe purchased from Nike, legit shoe, you're gonna get an NFT from it. Now that's what I've been hearing. I've been doing quite a bit of research on that and how they're gonna give NFTs for the shoe, and that's quite interesting. Because what happens, I don't think, maybe if they do with Jordan, it might work. But like, what happens if you get a really rare pair, really expensive pair of shoes? I wonder if it's going to be just as much of the shoe or less, or like how they're going to control the value of the NFTs to make sure that people aren't spending $1,000 on a shoe and the NFT ends up being worth like $2,000 or $3,000. So I'm curious how that will work. And you heard about how Nike to put a patent for the metaverse, I don't know, some type of patent for the company, and a bunch of companies are doing that now because of Facebook switched the company that owns Facebook is called Meta, right? Because here's another thing. If someone tries to sue Facebook, if someone sues Facebook, they can't do it because the company Facebook won't exist anymore. The app will exist, but not the company, because on paper what they can do is they can say that Meta purchased Facebook, right? So they can say owns Facebook. So there's no such thing as a company in Facebook now. It's called the metaverse. So that's just for something you guys to think about. That's what something for you to think about. Right, and that's quite interesting about how the world is going digital slowly, more digital slowly and slower and slower and slower and slowly. Like very slowly, we're every day we're creeping towards being hooked up. I don't know, but this kind of sounds like weird, but it also kind of sounds good. Like it's unrealistic as hell, but it's still possible. Like, I can't explain it, but I'll tell you guys. So basically, we could all be in a factory hooked up to like a VR, and that's our whole lives. We have like things pumped into our body, so it's right. So we get the nutrients needed to keep the human body alive, and that's about it, right? That's what I'm thinking about, right? Like, is that a possibility? Like, we're hooked up and we'll look in a factory because we destroyed Earth, and we stand into the screen for our whole lives and live for a really long time in this metaverse where we can eat the food and taste the food, right? Like the food we eat, we can taste, like we can smell, we can hear. It's just like Earth, but it will be bigger, because if the Earth gets too populated in this metaverse, they can always resize how big the metaverse is, right? And you just have to think, this is a crazy amount of electricity, of like what I'm thinking in my head, with like billions of people in this factory, or like separate factories hooked up and just like looking in the screen. I just think that would be crazy if you think about that. Something I just thought about. But yeah, so this is just think about it. Where Nike is now, for every shoe you buy, it's 2022, they're gonna start giving you NFTs with the shoe you buy. With every purchase or every sale of shoe, they're gonna give you an NFT. But that's just crazy to think about. How 50 years ago we never thought about a telephone with a screen in it, where you could touch it and swipe it. And I don't know, like, I really, sometimes I sit down and I'm just thinking about how crazy all this technology is, because 50 years ago we didn't have this. 100 years ago people never thought, people probably had plans but never thought about to go into this depth, because 100 years ago, I don't know if it was 100 years, but they thought the main transportation would be moving sidewalks, which we have in airports and malls. which is not moving, it's escalators and whatever in the airport to make you, because the airport is probably too long for you to walk, so they have this thing where you can walk on the thing. It doubles your speed or something like that, and you can stand still if you want to, right? That's just crazy. I've been looking at the stock market, right? And I've been seeing the S&P 500 has been doing the best. I was looking at Apple. Apple was doing good. They were only down 2 or 3 days. Apple was good. Apple went down, I don't know, a bunch of times, but it wasn't as many as other. Home Depot, I was looking at Home Depot. Like, I was just taking some companies I know and then a handful of random companies. Like, I took the S&P 500, Apple, Home Depot, the Dow Industry Company or whatever. What are some other? Starbucks. That's just my new thing. It was a lot. And I was just looking at it. And then now I got this fake investing app. It's called Investar or whatever, and you invest in the companies. They give you $1 million, not real money. Remember, this is simulated, and it's the actual stock market, and it's really realistic. But I don't know, it's weird because you can only buy 10% of something. Like, it doesn't make sense. Like, it's not, you can't buy individual stocks, which I haven't played too much detail to it. But there's no S&P 500 in, which is confusing to me. But I'm pretty sure you can create your own mutual funds, which I'm pretty sure. And just a fun fact for you guys, because, I'm heavy into finances and stuff like that. In school, we were doing something called My Blueprint, and you do all these tests, and it tells you what type of person you are. I actually got my top three jobs was a type of person, and the top three jobs. It gives you a bunch. One was a financial analyst, management of the financial analyst, and then one was a financial analyst. Two was a lawyer. And the third one was a project manager, which I do want to own my own business. But I'm thinking, right, instead of becoming an electrician, I was thinking about becoming a real estate agent, because I really like real estate. Well, I really enjoy listening to real estate videos and listen to people talking about it. And that's what I want to do. So, because you know how when you want to sell your house, right, you have to get a real estate agent, and a real estate agent will take a commission over the cut. I was thinking, right, if I want to do that myself, I can become my own real estate agent and do real estate agent for other people, but at the same time, not have to lose any commission to a real estate agent. I was just thinking about that, because then I would also have to know the market, because for that to be my job, would be real estate. I was just thinking about that. Like, last night, I was just thinking, like, that's a good idea, because I'm going to have to know the market, and I can be flipping, because I was listening to some big pockets talk about rooming houses. Instead of renting out a whole house like as a multi-family, you could rent it out as rooms, 800 rooms, because he was talking about you can get triplexes and duplexes, right? And there will be like 8 or 9 rooms in each of these houses, right? And they would do it that way. Right, and it would 800 per person, 700 per person, just below 1,000, and you do it close to a hospital for nurses, and another one close to colleges, right? That's what I was thinking, and those are just some thoughts for you guys and some internet things I had to bring to the table. Hopefully, you guys are having a good night, and this is Cameron using Universal Information, and I'm out.